Welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast counting down everything this week that made you say, what a time to be alive. And now, Patrick Monahan, Kath Barbadoro, and Eli Uden.
Folks, welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast that counts down the things each week that make you see the thing that's the title of the podcast. I'm Patrick Monahan.
I'm Kath Barbadoro.
I'm Eli Uden, live and in person.
Back together again.
I forgot that we're being filmed. I'm like adjusting, and it's like we're already being filmed. It's already on.
Patty and I touched hands by accident earlier, so this was very
We almost had to all
This
go
is the
home.
last episode
Yeah,
because we're already here and we can't go on. It's too awkward.
We touched hands by accident and realized we had no chemistry. It's the opposite of a movie. All right, well that's not going to work. Yeah.
How much contact was there?
It's very like finger to.
I feel like that's
It
like
was an
almost
overlay.
more kind of intimate.
Yeah,
It was just like this, and then it was like like I was a hot stove.
yeah. Well, you did that.
Oh my
I
god!
cried. I was like, what? Would have been fine.
Hurtful.
Yeah, man.
What's up?
Not much.
Yeah, you are my brother, my strongest friend.
What's up, my friend? My
Hello.
oh no, yeah. I can
Nope.
hear for sure.
I'll get picked up on everyone else's mic. I'm loud.
Yeah. Good friends of Turkey, my fellow brothers, my Turkey heroes. How's everybody? We're all taking our money from Istanbul.
You were my bravest friend.
Oh, yes.
You were looking at me. I was like, "You're not familiar with the whole."
My brother, my friend, prayer emoji.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't looked at a lot of it because I figured you guys were going to tell me about it. But also I was thinking about Turkey Brothers. And I was like, it's not Thanksgiving. What are you talking
We're
about?
Turkey Brothers.
We're Turkey Brothers.
It's very rude to the country of Turkey. I'm sure
I
they're
know.
tired of hearing it's not Thanksgiving.
They're sick of
The
it.
Costco guys, but we're Turkey Brothers.
Yeah.
Of course we.
Yeah. That's Eric Adams making TikToks.
Yes.
Yeah, especially they're like that whole country should be pissed off as shit about turkeys because they were the original, and then the turkey,
Right.
like they're like, and the bird wasn't from there either. The whole thing was like that somebody like brought a weird bird to Europe, and they're like, this looks like a turkey chicken, and then now they're just like forever. They're like, I'm from Turkey, and they're like, bird meat Thanksgiving, and they're like, no, we were like a proud people. We were like at one point an empire. People feared us, but
It's like the dad carves the turkey and then he keeps like handing it to you and tricking you into thinking you're going to get your
Yeah.
That's how they do Thanksgiving.
yeah.
I'm sure Turkish people also love that is the one thing people love about Turkey is that they do sneaky ice cream tricks.
Yeah. Oh, and they make weird coffee.
Yeah.
They make weird coffee. I love their coffee.
I'm assuming
man.
it's a guy who looks like the Hassan Chop guy from the Bugs Bunny cartoon, the Open Sesame cartoon, and he's doing the ice cream thing. And
That's how they were bribing Eric Adams. Is they're like, we'll
it was
finally
all
give
just
you
a bunch
the
of
ice
guys,
cream.
a bunch of guys who look like Bald Bull from Punch Out.
Yeah.
In the same suit.
They had a bunch of dollar bills taped to the end of a stick, and they were flipping it around and like in front of Eric Adams. And then he put it in his wallet, and they pulled it back out.
Yeah. There was a thing today, like his aides' secret offices got raided by the feds, and it's like he has one too. Apparently, in that Verizon building downtown, the one that's like looks like because it has like shielded from like all the signals.
It's yeah.
So, man,
alien
you are
interference.
you are the mayor. Like you do not get to have secret.
You're the mayor
you
of
have a whole mansion. You have enough room.
You have the biggest city in the richest country.
Get
like,
all
what
your
are you doing?
Your graft shitheads can all have offices in your mansion. Who cares?
You know, the first stop is always Istanbul.
You know the first stop is Istanbul. Do they fly?
Kath,
Do they
if you
fly to
ever-
Easter Island?
Kath, you really highly recommend Kath and anybody read like the transcripts. It is like the worst. It's a bribe case where there's like I was saying last night. There was like 8 different texts that say no one can find out about this.
Yeah. No, that's the thing I saw was every text was like, please delete this. And he's like, I got you.
Yeah.
You know I delete all our texts, including this one shortly.
Yep.
And then they brought in one of
Drag
his,
to trash.
they brought in one of his aides into FBI questioning, and they were like, "We need to see your phone." And she was like, "I need to go to the bathroom." And then went to the bathroom and deleted all the texts. And they were like, came back in and they were like, "So what you doing in there?"
Someone's in here.
Also that it's like, great, thanks. You've put all of the relevant information we need into one folder called deleted. Thank you.
Yeah, they don't even know how to delete it. It's
Well,
just
you
like
saw that. Adam's
archived.
like, I got a new phone and I don't know the passcode.
He said
the day before. It was like, come on, dude.
He said, I got a new. I said I improved my passcode for security. I changed it from 4 numbers to 6 numbers, so that my aides couldn't go in and delete anything off of it, because I wanted to make sure it was good for you guys.
That's very responsible.
And they were like, okay, great. Well, can you unlock it? And he's like, I have forgotten the passcode I set.
It would seem.
It's just, my God.
It's so amazing that when he got elected, all these motherfuckers were like, finally, a return to normalcy.
Yeah.
Sanity returns.
Nate
to the
Silver said he was
mayor's
like a
office.
top 5 candidate for the next Democratic candidate for president when he was elected.
Oh my God.
He's going to take. Well, we all know the reason this is happening. It's not because of any of this stuff, and all this stuff about Turkey. Like, ignores the straw donor scheme that defrauded the city, taxpayer out of $10 million in matching funds. Which everyone seems to just gloss over as part of this thing. It's like, well, so we got a couple upgrades to first class, and it's amazing how all the people who are like sort of on the right wing side of New York politics are like, hey, come on. It's like, oh, I wonder if you have like a personal attachment to him in the sense that he's, I guess, not sufficient. He's sufficiently unwoke or whatever you want to,
Right.
But that's why they're out to get him, because they're woke. Obviously.
Yeah.
Right. It's DEI
This is a city
culture.
of swagger.
It's a city of swagger. The texts
The
are
Islamabad of America.
the texts are amazing because they are him, especially the ones with him, and between him and like the guys, because they are like total idiot, like back and forth, like my brother, my dearest friend, and it's like just like real, just like this is how dumb people talk to each other every day.
It is like I get these on TikTok sometimes where it's like someone screenshotting a text conversation between like them and their boyfriend or something, and it's supposed to be like heart-wrenching, and I'm like, oh, this is such a window into how stupid people talk to each other. It's like that, but politics. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice.
What a world.
He's just, it's like, the text, I can already tell that true friend of Turkey is a phrase I'm going to be using like long past its expiration date. And my friends are like, stop saying that. But like, anytime a friend buys
TFOT, baby.
anybody buys me a drink or buys me like a athletic or whatever, I'm like, oh, you are a true friend of Turkey. But yeah, like all of the text too is like, because I didn't think Eric Adams was especially smart, and I think there's a lot of like politicians and stuff where people are like, they're stupid. I'm like, they're not stupid. They're but Eric Adams, I'm like, because it's always like, it's like the
Capital
guy from
D dumb.
Yeah, the guy from Turkey being like, would it be okay if we put $100,000 in your bank account? And Eric Adams would be like, just like completely misspelled, be like, sounds goad. And you're like, what the
Money,
fuck,
please.
man? Yeah. Oh yeah.
in symbols first.
In symbols always the first
in symbol.
Istanbul.
And that's presumably just a typo, but beautiful.
Yeah. Also,
Again,
you
you don't want
mentioned-
these things to end up in a federal indictment.
Yeah.
That's the charging documents. Not ideal.
You mentioned it, but what a weird night, because there's just like an account of it, because it's part of this, of his partner being like, I want to go to Easter Island, and then him being like, see if Turkish Airlines flies to Easter Island, and then mentioning that it was like, Mayor Adams then forced his partner to call Turkish Airlines to confirm that they did not fly to Easter Island.
If you look at the geography, it almost could not be further away.
Yeah.
Like if you stuck like another set of poles, they would almost be like the north and south poles.
But it could be that shit like Alaska Airlines, where I'm just stupid enough, I guess, where every time Alaska Airlines is going somewhere that's like, it's like
Not
Alaska Airlines, where they're like, Florida to Pennsylvania. And it's like, are you like licensed for that? Like, I always imagined it's like a seaplane when you fly Alaska Airlines.
Right, yeah. It's used to like rescuing people from glaciers. And yet it's
damn white wolf flying the plane.
Yeah. Actually pretty nice.
Well, they bought Virgin, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what, or merged with or whatever, and they
Dude,
kept the Alaska name.
I flew them once. They gave me chicken tikka masala on the plane.
that Alaskan delicacy. We
It
love
was
it.
good, dude. I mean, it's crazy to do that
How long
with
was
an
the
airplane
flight?
bathroom. I don't remember. I forget where I was going.
Yeah.
Because I was so wrapped up in the chicken tikka
Easter
masala.
Island.
It's like something someone would do in Roller Coaster Tycoon. We're going to feed everyone on the plane chicken tikka masala and then shut down the bathroom.
There should be in Roller Coaster Tycoon like different strats for the food should cause different levels of throwing up.
Were you a roller coaster ticket?
Yeah. I know the roller coasters would cause different levels of throwing up, and if you put food there, it would happen more. But I want different types of food causing more.
Do you know the classic Strek? Because what you would do is you would give out free popcorn, and you can adjust the salt level. You'd adjust salt very high, free popcorn.
That would make
very
people barf
high,
more?
free popcorn, beautiful popcorn. And then you would just charge $1 billion for drinks. And people would be like, and they would be like little guys running around with just like, I don't know, some sort of dehydration symbol. Like,
they're shriveling up into sticky teas all over the place.
They're taking damage every turn.
They're all turning into Voldemort, little baby Voldemort.
I want Indian food kiosk next to quadruple loop death coaster, and I want to see what happens.
It's like, or those bathrooms, like in Europe where you have to pay for the bathroom, sometimes the public ones. Yeah. That's a crazy, I'm like, we just want to shit outside. Like, what's
I mean,
we
could
have none
do it.
here.
Yeah, we could do it the way we have it here, where you just have absolutely no way to piss or shit in public.
Yeah, well, you do. It's just frowned upon.
It's just fresh air,
air.
You
get to be told no a few times first. That's our equivalent of the paying 50 cents.
Getting told no. Yeah, when
customers only.
You have to
being walked.
get an app to find the code.
Hey, do you guys have a bathroom here? No. It's like, I think you probably do. But it's not for us.
How long are your shifts?
Yeah. But you can get in their bathroom. You just have to look panicked and tell them you have IBS or whatever.
Yeah.
I've used a supermarket bathroom before.
You should get a card.
I should get a card.
IBS warrior card.
Yeah.
You should get a medal.
I should get a medal. I should get a medal for so many things. IBS.
Should we talk about our social media idea?
Okay, yeah. Patty and I have an idea.
Pitch it to me like I'm one of the sharks or the dragons for those in Canada.
Okay.
There are dragons up there?
Yeah, Dragon's Den.
Not only that, that's the original. And everyone's like, Dragon's Den, this is stupid as fuck. Like, we invented the show. You changed it.
Why did you not pick sharks?
You apologize to us.
I would also argue dragons are pretty cool.
Sure, but it's just
they're not what we call business tycoons, though.
But they do have great amounts of money.
They should sit on a big pile of gold.
Dragons are very liquid.
In this scenario.
Dragons are very liquid. They're got
true.
Yeah, your average American shark is not liquid. He's leveraged to the hilt. If his board forces him out, it's over for him.
If the dragon decides to invest, just shoves over a pile, and you're good to go. It doesn't have to move stuff around.
That's a good point.
Break off some rubies from various things. So this is I forget how it came up.
I was talking about eating a donut pub cronut on the subway.
Sure. So being messy on the subway, and I said Kath was going to end up on the Subway Slobs TikTok account.
Oh my God, that would destroy.
Wouldn't that the city would be in upheaval?
It would be incredible. It would be so good, and it would immediately spark huge moral discussion.
It would be on the cover of New York Magazine.
Yeah. We were saying people would be dressing up to get on the subway like they used to do for flights.
Yeah,
because no one wants to be on Subway Slobs.
Yeah, everyone in full 3-piece suits, whatever. Yeah,
Subway Slobs,
pocket watches and shit. Oh man,
we're gonna clean up this city at Subway Slobs.
Yeah, the only is
I
you
have
gotta
to register it before this episode comes out.
Yeah. You just gotta dial in and be like, is that person slob or because you don't want to point your camera at somebody who's just eating messily because they're having it, and then you're like, oh, I'm getting. I don't know. Pointing your camera at people on the subway is.
It's not. I don't think I'm not going to.
No, it's evil. We're not going to actually do it.
If this is the end of The Departed, you just be I'm being killed. That's fine. I brought something evil into the world.
No, you're like a Batman villain.
Yeah.
If you're the operator of the Subway Slobs
because it's who is operating this account?
Right.
Who is depicting the slobs?
Yeah. No, I mean, I would absolutely subscribe to it. And I don't know if I would feel that bad about it.
You wouldn't. You couldn't use a phone. You'd have to use some kind of pinhole camera or something. Because eventually it'd be too obvious. As you said, Kath, somebody would just be holding their phone up while giving you the finger. And
that was Shelby,
Or Shelby said, I guess that's who's running the account.
I already don't know how people take photos just for regular accounts.
I had someone fucking flip out at me on the subway once when I was just
I was just trying to take a photo of them having a bad day.
I was holding my phone like this, and they thought I was taking a picture of them, and they started fucking screaming at me, and I was just like, I'm just holding I'm not. They weren't dressed weird. I don't know what they thought, but they were very upset with me.
You're not in because when I'm in the. I'm completely hunched over, so maybe it's just this is just a weird.
My crime of having good posture.
Oh man,
come back to haunt me.
Yeah. No, I always feel. I mean, I try to I'll take pictures of dogs only, not of people, basically.
I did film the Mennonites singing in Times Square today.
Yeah, but they're performing. That's different.
Yeah.
Are they? Maybe they're just exuding
They
joy
were
for
worshiping.
God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, they want that to go on social. They're supposed to, right? Aren't they trying to proselytize? I mean, that's good for them.
Mm-hmm. They were handing out pamphlets, but it seemed like only to men, which I was like, interesting.
Mennonites. They're not the Women-onites.
That's a good point.
Got their ass.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they're trying to even it out. Speaking of slobs who deserve a roasting, I saw this was like
Roast slob.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if
Would not order.
I don't even know if
And tonight we'll be having roast slob.
Didn't anyone order a roast slob? I don't even know if like slob, but just not a behavior that at Dunkin' Donuts a lady ordered. Maybe you guys have heard of this before. She ordered a iced coffee and then she was like 4 sugars, powdered sugar. And
I get that. If you get that much sugar in an iced coffee, it's all going to sink to the bottom.
Yeah, but maybe by the time you need fucking confectioner's sugar, it's like...
Yeah, maybe dial it back a bit.
I mean, I
You
think
shouldn't
it
be
was
shaking
unusual.
that silver thing on top of your... That's on dessert only.
That's like, they're not...
Simple syrup is the conclusion.
Yeah.
The right conclusion.
But there was like... 4 sugars isn't that crazy if it's cubes or... I mean, it was a weird way to order too, but it was like... I was like, this is crazy, right? And then I confirmed it was crazy because it took like the whole Dunkin' had to like confer. And they were like...
They had a
Because
council.
they have a powdered sugar shaker, but they're like, this is not for this. Like, this is for the donuts.
It's for the donuts.
And yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, it took a long fucking time for them to figure it out. It was a...
No, that is weird.
Team meeting.
Team
That is
meeting.
strange.
Did they hit her with... Was it the silver thing? They hit her with... Did you see them do it?
I don't know. They just kept checking with her, like, powdered sugar? And she was like, yeah.
I feel like
She had really long nails.
they should
She
sell...
might have been an elf or fairy. I'm not sure.
They should sell like powdered
They're like
donut powdered
hummingbirds.
sugar. Like the runoff from the donuts, because then it has like that donut essence
Oh, yeah.
in it. That would be good. I would put that in coffee.
Kat's looking at somebody's dusty jeans after a break room.
Guy's doing asbestos abatement. Oh, no.
Man, powdered sugar is... I'm watching for that for Subway slobs. No question. Someone's eating something with powdered sugar.
You can't be having powdered sugar really anywhere. It's not...
Well, the reason we started talking about this is because there's this donut place right by a Subway station that has cronuts, which are powdered sugar and flaky.
Yeah.
So if you eat that...
And filled, right? Aren't they filled
and
also?
Yeah. So you need
got a real
effectively a poncho
potential
to
of
eat
a
them.
jelly out the back situation.
Splat.
Oh, no.
So
Yeah.
just hit it. Someone seeing it from the outside, just jelly hitting the window. Just,
In that situation, I believe that makes you the schlemiel and the schmozzle.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Get the jelly on yourself.
also, like sloppy. Also, like way too much of a treat to be like. You're
It's
really
excessive.
like.
You're kind of figuratively doing this the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was saying, like, you take it and you're like, I'm going to eat this at home. But then if I'm getting that, I'm drunk and I'm going to start eating it on the Subway. And then I'm
Yeah.
going to be a Subway slob.
It's a little too, yeah. It would be like having like a banana split on the Subway or something.
It is.
This is a
Man,
little
that would
performative.
make my life if I saw someone tuck into a banana, split. In the like wide bowl,
Yeah.
too.
The
A long
that's
one,
full.
yeah, with
Long
the
bowl.
banana cut down the middle on either
Yep.
side.
Yep.
Full on.
Whipped cream, cherry,
Yeah.
balancing it as you like walk in.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh yeah.
Delightful.
You could get a banana split at the fucking ice cream truck, can you? They're just like, we are not equipped for this shit.
I mean, maybe you can, and they'll just be like, okay.
They'll be mad at you.
Like
Yeah.
dusting off the fruit. Like, okay,
Yeah.
is this still good?
That's like the ice cream truck equivalent of being like, I'm allergic to all seed oils. They're like, fuck off.
Good luck.
Yeah. I had a friend
Hope
who
you're
was,
not allergic to my spit.
Have,
because
have a nice life.
I had a friend who was allergic to soy, and I was like, this will be a
That
problem for you
sucks.
in this modern world, my
Yeah.
friend. It's just like,
you just have to be like, I promise I vote the way you want me to. However, I am legitimately allergic to soy.
Like, how did you
Yeah.
find out? By everything giving you a problem?
yeah. It's like what? It's like I'm allergic to the mortar between bricks. I'm allergic to shelter. It's like that's just everything now.
I have a friend who is allergic to milk and eggs, and he's gay, which I think is very funny. It's like
it's very funny to include that before you explain further.
It's things from females. He's like, I can't deal with any of them.
Yeah.
I will go into anaphylaxis if I deal with anything that comes from a female animal.
Yeah, no part of it. Well, we should get started.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
If you're allergic to milk and eggs, you have to become gay, even if you're not.
You are gay.
We got to get into numbers.
Is that
so I won't
SVU?
go into.
Is that Ice-T and
Ice-T,
SVU?
I got news for you. That means you're gay. I think it's from the episode where he finds out what DL means.
Sure.
Yeah. Big episode
I
for
love
him.
you. I am not a gay man.
Is that real? That can't. Well, I don't know. Well, this is the world we live
I
in
love
now.
you. I am not a gay man.
Okay.
It's not real because he is a gay man. Bombshell. That's the October surprise that's coming.
Yeah. Well.
Number 5?
Yeah.
Number 5.
Number 5 is a story near and dear to my own heart. It's finally my time to shine. I felt, Brat Summer was a little. I don't drink much anymore. Don't do any nose drugs, so I couldn't really participate. But now, it's my time. It's apparently Strega Nona September, you guys.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah. This is a New York Times trend article, and I don't know, the subtitle here is making me laugh. Quote, a pasta-making witch from a beloved 1975 fable is being hailed online as the blueprint for a very specific strain of autumnal coziness.
Man, there's nothing better than someone just having to very matter-of-factly explain a creature of
pasta-making
folklore.
witch.
Yeah.
So this is from A Way to Build It in the Discord, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I won't say what it was, but it was, I was doing some research on Rumpelstiltskin from our last one. And
Sure.
then the write-up, the Wikipedia article, I was like, I want to make sure we got our facts right. And the Wikipedia article just described him as and then they used a rude, no longer accepted word for someone with dwarfism. And I was like, that's definitely not what he is. He's like an elf.
He's not obviously he's not the rude word for that, but he's also not the normal word for that.
He's also not a man with dwarfism.
He was a little goblin guy.
Yeah,
he is. He's like an elf or a mythical creature,
Yeah.
I was just but I love that.
I like the idea of the New York Times fact checker calling Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
He's a deal smith.
Hello.
He's a deal maker.
He should be on Dragon's Den.
I mean, he's got a great pitch for that.
Hello, dragons.
Straw into gold. What's not to like?
Is just insane profits.
All I require from you,
we have to stop talking about
your firstborn
we talked
child.
about him last time.
No more Rumpelstiltskin.
But yeah, okay. The quotes in here are so fucking...
More Rumpelstiltskin. Back to Strega Nona.
Strega Nona.
Totally different.
If we could fucking focus on Strega Nona for a second. Somebody who we have also talked about probably
too many times.
Yeah.
Now we're on video, so I can really go for it to remind listeners of why this came up in the first place.
Yeah.
Which is that I don't look Italian until I turn to the side.
And then it's
and then this is full on Strega Nona, and it only gets more Strega Nona as I get older because the chin comes out and the nose gets bigger. No. I don't mind. Look, she's having a moment. So
in the beginning of like a spotlight, and then just your profile of your face big on a brick wall. It's like, oh, Strega Nona. They're setting up the Strega symbol. They we need spaghetti.
Yeah.
Strega Nona fan cam.
Yeah.
Big Anthony fan cam.
Yeah.
That's a thing. I need to find my Big Anthony.
I mean,
I'm putting on my dating profile.
Big Anthony is just the Costco guys, isn't he? Basically.
Yeah.
He could get in there with
AJ
no
is basically
training.
Big Anthony. His name might be Anthony. I don't even know. I don't know what the A and AJ is.
Strega Nona Core is very much my vibe for 2024. Caroline Goldfarb. And
I don't like this anymore.
Yeah, this is the fishwife lady. Okay, thanks.
It's very much my vibe.
It's very much my vibe.
Come on. I didn't have Strega Nona vibes on my bingo card for 2024.
It's giving Strega Nona energy. But yeah, the New York Times describing Strega Nona is very good. When she recruits the help of a young man named Big Anthony, he bungles the spell that is supposed to halt pasta making.
You bungled the spell! No!
Yeah,
Hate to
man.
bungle a spell. My God.
I mean, you can't get a big oaf trying to do a spell.
Why is he doing the spell?
Don't let him do the spell.
He's not supposed to be doing the spell. She's the witch.
She can't be outsourcing. You can't be doing fucking Tom Sawyer
He
shit
stirs
with
the
your spells.
pasta. That's it.
Yeah.
Can't even
Don't
get him
trust
to do
him
that.
with anything. Just do it yourself. This is, God, if you're doing magic, you got to take responsibility for it. Do it all the way through. Can't be outsourcing
Pull yourself
stuff.
up by your bootstraps.
Yeah.
It's also, as we were saying before we started recording, it has not been cold enough. Strega Nona is like wintry to me.
It's a big, heavy pasta.
Big,
dish.
heavy pasta.
But also, I never really thought about this, but a lot of the spaghetti they're eating in Strega Nona, they're just eating dry spaghetti.
Yeah, what's the sauce
crazy.
we got going
That
on?
is like
There's
kind
no
of
sauce.
an issue. And like Tommy DePaola, I mean, that's an Italian-American man. He should have spent more time describing the sauce.
Yeah.
I feel like we need like more details about what's going on. I can't imagine. Well, it probably didn't start as like raw pasta, but then there was so much pasta, the ratio got off.
Yeah.
You know? And then there wasn't enough sauce to coat it.
Yeah.
Just
Is
a
it Big
crisis.
Anthony who also eats too much and gets all sick, right?
Maybe the New York Times will describe.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Big Anthony overindulges in the magically
I think
expanding
he
spaghetti.
I think he gets a tummy ache. I think
Yeah.
he does get a tummy
I
ache.
bet, dude.
That's what he
just dry
deserves.
pasta. He's going to blow up like a pigeon with... Pigeons really explode when you feed them rice?
Pigeons?
Feels like it doesn't happen.
I don't know if that's a myth or not.
I think it's not like they explode like
I would have seen one blow up.
Also, okay,
By now.
here's something I object to. Juliana Tracy, 24, dressed up for a recent Halloween as sexy Strega Nona. No. You dress up as Strega Nona for Halloween,
Get him outta here.
you got to be crone maxing.
Okay,
Yeah.
Do not make it sexy.
a recent Halloween means at best 11 months ago.
Yeah.
Like
She was ahead of the time.
Also, like, that's what I don't like about this shit where they're like, I'm Strega Nona maxing or whatever. And it's like, you're just 22 and you're wearing a headscarf.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's just don't tell me about it really. And take it off also. Do take it off.
Do take it off.
Yeah.
We don't like it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that's the new, and like anytime a 24-year-old in Brooklyn does something like this, the New York Times will write an article about it. If they're white and moved there within the last 5 years, then they will be written.
that's
about.
true.
Yeah, the new fad sweeping. It's like the fashion version of like rainbow parties from when we were younger.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
just
they're like, thank God we don't have to write about polyamory again. Tell us about Strega Nona.
Well, I saw a new article about another place that's like near Dime Square, so that's still going.
Oh,
too.
yeah? There's
It's like
a new one?
It's like a bar that's outside.
Ooh, wow.
That's the big thing now.
that was
It's right by the
worst.
bridge.
That was a dark time when they were all about.
So that's still there. Maybe the
Times
Strega
Square.
Nona people are there.
Yeah.
Half of them are like weird Catholic converts now, right? So
That
all
maybe
kinda
that's
fits.
like the undercurrent of Strega Nona maxing is you also have to convert to Catholicism.
Is there like a Big Hat Church here now? Like the Big Hat Church in LA? There's
Oh,
like
I
a
don't
version
know.
of that here.
I don't know.
No, because that's not Catholic.
No, that's like
It's like
the Big
woo-woo
Hat
stuff.
Church.
like evangelical,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah, that's
evangelical,
like,
but like pop country.
Yeah,
Right.
I just remember that church guy popping up and everybody being like, all the celebrities are joining. And it was just like,
Hillsong.
yeah, Hillsong,
Yeah,
where he
yeah.
had like the suede jacket.
You're thinking of
and the big
Hillstone, the good restaurant.
Yes.
No, yeah, it was it was like we're a church, but we have cool tattoos, and everyone comes to church dressing like it's Coachella.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy.
We have
I think he like cheated on his wife, and then it kind of fell apart.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
Can't believe this guy.
Shocked.
Kind of a sleaze.
Turns out.
Allegedly, this guy with his like denim shirt unbuttoned to
Yeah.
like his belly button, while
Which is
preaching.
why, look, Catholicism
Instagram.
has outlasted so many instances of infidelity, and it's
true.
still standing, which is
Yeah.
why it's the superior religion.
Speaking of Catholicism, I saw Saturday Night, which was fine this week, and but the most exciting, the part when everybody perked up the most that I was with was the trailer for Conclave, which looks sick.
What's that?
It's like a movie about papal conclave, but it's like Ralph Fiennes
Sick.
and like a bunch of other
That's
like
dope.
guy. Like
I thought you were
going
going to say the best part of Saturday night was Sunday morning when they all go to church.
Oh, that's nice. No, but yeah, the conclave it's very like it's like a I don't know, like a Succession type deal, like that. But
yep.
it's like
What
a lot of
about
intrigue
popes?
and stuff. But it's about like who's the next pope.
Fuck
John
yeah.
Lithgow's in there. I'm trying to think who else is in it. But it's like it's a bunch of guys whose names I don't even know. But you're just like, oh, nice. And then shit gets crazy apparently. So
Cool.
check that
Just
out.
burn the white smoke and stuff.
Yeah,
Is there white smoke?
presumably eventually, I assume.
Fingers crossed.
I mean, we never picked a pope. It's over. We're shutting the whole thing down.
Ran out of time.
There's nobody to
We're
run
going
this
on
thing.
hiatus.
None of us want to do it, and we can't pick who. So that's it. It's a Strega Nona.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is like my time. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I used to have a joke about how it was like
It's time for Kath to emerge.
cold weather. I do a lot better dating wise. You know, big girl season.
Cold
you turn
weather
your,
is
turn your
better.
heat down.
Cold weather is better just in general, but it's not even like cold now. It's like
I know it's too hot for Strega Nona.
Yeah.
I know what time it is. It's a big girl winner. Exactly. She was dead on. She was right. I had to stop doing that joke because of her, but I respect it. It wasn't a great joke anyway. I feel like maybe my like pointy chin and Italian nose are gonna come back in.
Yeah.
Be cool again.
But that's always the thing is they're like, it's Strega Nona, but it's like, and then somebody's like, I look like Strega Nona, and they're like, not that.
Not like that. You're not 24. Get
Yeah.
out of here.
All of these things are just like, I'm so hot and young that I can wear something that looks stupid, and it doesn't look stupid on me.
Exactly.
It's Strega Nova.
Strega no to the polls.
It's never been more Strega Nova. That's what she said when
If
she
you're-
saw what Big Anthony had done.
If you're in line for,
It's never been more Strega Nova. Man.
if you're in line for the big spaghetti, stay in line. it won't run out.
We are Strega so back. I don't even know.
Strega no to the polls. Folks, we got a bonus episode for you this week where we watch and provide live commentary on the Ellen DeGeneres Netflix special. It's a laugh riot.
You can listen to that and all the other bonus episodes we do one every week at our Patreon, patreon.com/whatatimepod.
Plus, you get ad-free versions of all of our regular episodes on there. What a value that is. Check it out.
Let's do number 4.
Number 4.
Strega Nona the polls. So, number 4. This comes to us on the Discord from, I love this name. And then it went away. Driving test failed for rudeness.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you turn left, bitch? Okay, well, you're done.
I had to fail you because you said ass.
Man, I'm going off the tangent already, but I was like, when an adult tells a kid they're done, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you're done. So this is a story this is science, so I'm angry already, but no. This is cool. So it is they have taken the human genome and stored it inside. This is
I wish they would stop taking the human genome.
They're
Just
always
in
taking
general.
it. Whose was it?
Give it back.
Give
Yeah.
it back. Don't take it anywhere. Put it back in the person.
I need that to make my DNA and RNA. Please.
My genome.
My genome.
Don't take my genome.
Oh, my genome.
My genome.
I draw my genome. This is a bit hyperbolic to me, but they say a human genome stored inside near indestructible 5D memory crystal that could survive to the end of the universe.
Now, what does 5D mean in this context?
Well,
Yeah.
see, 5D.
I'm only
is-
aware of
Also,
3 dimension, 4 maybe.
I have questions
Yeah.
about every word in the phrase 5D memory crystal.
Yes.
This feels like a device in a bad science fiction.
Yeah,
situation.
this is like the impetus of a Marvel movie with a plot that is too complicated for me to understand, and there's an extra act for some reason,
Yeah.
and they explain the memory crystal a lot, but every time they explain it, it is more confusing.
Very much sounds like
You
something
should have watched
Ant-
the show, you idiot.
Yeah.
You had to watch the 12-episode show before
Yeah.
you got
It's
Like
to the
I
movie
think
there.
I think this whole movie exists because you want to sell me a memory crystal at Target.
Yeah, very much something Ant-Man would have to go get.
Yes.
Or, that would have a Tony Stark soul in it or some shit. So here's the thing about that, which
It's always just a fucking thumb drive. It's like a fancy looking thing, but then there's a fucking USB port sticking out of it.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Well, it's the
only so
Universal
many-
Serial Bus. It's the Multiversal Serial Bus, MSB. That joke is really shameful. Yeah. So here's the thing, because I was also curious about 5D because, as Patty mentioned,
Only 3 that we know about.
there's 4, which is time.
Debatably 4.
Right.
I don't know if debatable at this point, but 5 really getting up there. So I read through the article. I was like, well, what would make this 5D?
Interstellar.
Yeah.
They put Matthew McConaughey in the crystal.
Murph. The crystal just says Murph. Knocks over a book.
I have not seen Interstellar, but I'm giving you what I can.
It's a movie designed to make dads cry. That's its whole purpose.
It's a good movie. Come on.
Movie already exists. It's called Field of Dreams. You don't need anything else. Or The Natural. You show a dad The Natural.
There's
He's
a
in
whole genre
shambles.
of dad cry. Tearjerkers for dads. They're out there.
It's just sad baseball players. It's just like baseball players who can't play baseball anymore. And then they're like, ooh.
Yeah. Like, yeah, like what's his name in Rookie of the Year?
The Big Natural.
Yeah,
The big dog eat.
The Big Natural.
Yeah. Rookie of the Year is a tragedy because his arm goes back to normal later.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It's a hero's journey that he's on. So yeah, I was like, what's 5D about this? And I read the article, and the answer is nothing. It's never mentioned in the article. I think they just put that in there.
Well, thanks to Science Magazine.
Like, I think it's Live Science. I'll call them out. They never explain why it would be 5D. They also don't seem to cite any scientists saying that it's 5D. They
What's
just
the
say
purpose
that.
of the crystal?
So this whole memory crystal thing is like, they put it in quotes, but I'm not sure from
if
what
you
it
eat
is.
it, you learn
Just
the
in
memory.
case humanity is extinguished and someone happens to have the right interface to
Right.
extract data from the crystal.
And
We're just
know what a memory
assuming
crystal
someone
is.
is gonna, whatever alien happens upon it, it's like, oh, is that a 5D crystal? I'll put that in my console of my
They'd be
That's
like, this
the
is
hot Christmas gift this year. I gotta grab
Oh,
it.
cool! It's a nasty little ape. They blew up this planet. Let's get them back.
yeah. They're
Piece
like
of
this.
shit ape
They
that
cooked
ruined
themselves.
this place.
This technology is actually still too advanced for us. 5D memory crystals have not been.
How do they do
So,
this?
what it is, which is much more reasonable, and if you weren't trying to get people to click on an article, probably what you say is it's a crystal, a tiny crystal they chose. It's similar to fuse quartz. It's incredibly stable. That they etched the human genome onto.
It's ironic that crystals are incredibly stable because the people who buy them are not.
Yeah, well, they're hoping to get some of the stability from the crystals. You got to embed the crystal in your perineum and then sun it correctly, and it'll stabilize you.
Like a My Little Pony.
I'm gonna put
but
this
in your
crystal
feet.
as the centerpiece of my turquoise jewelry that I have.
Yeah, and then I go to Hillsong and cheat on my wife.
It's only available in New Mexico. That's the only place this is sold.
That's like crystals, whatever, man. Do whatever.
Where's it stored? Is it
helps
like one
you.
of the seed banks? Like where are they keeping it?
The memory crystal?
Seed bank is such a nasty word. I know it's not, but it's
It's important in theory. I mean, but if things really go that bad, this stuff is not going to grow.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if we
I'm
have
just
the
saying,
seeds.
seed bank sounds like something from like a green text on 4chan that you're like send to somebody. But
This is your
an Eli
nasty little
problem.
brain.
Hey,
This is not
I
what the
love
rest
a green
of us think.
text.
Seed bank sounds like something that was in the latest RFK news. That's what I would say.
Oh my gosh! And,
Incredible FaceTime sex, folks.
show me that worm. No, the other one. I got 2 dead worms.
The top dead worm and the bottom dead worm.
Who up playing with their head worm, their brain worm. Yeah, so
Pretty cool.
As far as this crystal goes, I think it's cool. They put the genome on a little crystal. It's like the gold record on the Voyager or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What was that?
Oh my God.
Hello.
Someday we're just gonna roll right past it. I don't know.
That's like the other. That Liza reacts to that the same way she does to Venom too. They're like, yes, hello.
Don't mind if I do.
But it seems a little more attackish than with Venom.
She's hostile to
I
that.
don't care for this.
Yeah.
Don't get her going.
Love that voice. Love a murder being discovered and somebody like, oh my.
Just a clerk at the department store where Santa is in a black and white movie.
Yes. Ooh.
We're closed.
So yeah, that's on this crystal. I think it's cool that there's
Nothing about why it's 5D or how it's 5D.
Nope.
I don't think scientists said that. I think they literally
made
just
it
said
up.
that. And memory
Maybe
crystal.
the crystal
Really
is
fucking aiming high with.
Yeah.
Hey, good news, guys. 2 things. 1, 5th dimension.
Yeah.
kind of
2,
bearing the
it's
lead
on this
there.
crystal. That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a pentagon, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we meant 5 sides."
Yeah.
It's like less than a die.
Yeah.
It's got 5. It's a 5-sided crystal.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I also argue that discovery of a 5th dimension probably not good news. That feels like something where they were like, "There's a 5th dimension. It's where you get folded into the size of a pinhead."
Yeah.
Right. It's like this is going to cause so many more problems.
The tree of pain.
getting spaghettified.
It's the hell dimension. That's where the Event Horizon. That's where the ship went.
Yeah.
The 5th dimension.
So here, there's also the other thing I like about this crystal thing is I think that's cool. Whatever, put it on there. And then there's a quote from one scientist in here who's just being a dickhead about it for no reason. Kind of, I don't know, kind of close to one of the stances you guys took, where he was like, let me find his quote here. Is that God? Why is this happening? It's just like moving around.
Is there any sense of like how big, like how much data the human genome is?
I mean,
Floppy disk.
Right. Could it fit on like a mini disc or something? I'm trying to think of like cool, like sort of pseudo future stuff.
I know that they have said they've calculated like this is how big the human genome is in data wise. They said these crystals can store up to 360 terabytes, which
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and
I feel like I don't know. I feel like the human genome. I'm guessing it's less than like a Blu-ray. I feel like there's not that much to it.
yeah, I feel like it was either or one of the two, or I feel like it was.
if
like
it's stored in
surprisingly-
like text, it's going to be like nothing, right? Like
It's just you open the text file and it just says like, imagine a guy,
I mean,
rotate a guy in your mind.
yeah, it's also like code basically, right? So it's
Yeah.
like it does feel like that. I mean, but that
Isn't
would
it just
be-
like DCAG, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
DNA shit?
Gattaca? It's Gattaca
Gattaca.
over and over again.
picture a guy.
Picture a guy.
There he is.
Imagine in
That
your
guy
mind,
right there. There's a guy on the TV right now.
Who is it? Like the genome? It's got to be from like one person, right?
Oh well, it's like the genome is the map, right? It's not this.
But everybody's
specific
map
DNA.
is like a little different.
The genome is the guide, isn't it? For that you use to decode DNA.
I don't know. Someone's yelling at their podcast.
Yeah, our
There's a damn Cricklow. His descendants are pissed, listening and
The
pissed
Cricklow
off.
estate is so mad.
Gattaca, K-Pax. Those are only things.
K-Pax. Yeah, that's about the human genome.
Sure.
I always get Gattaca and K-Pax mixed up. So
K-Pax is when John Travolta is an alien, right?
Wrong. Kevin
No.
Spacey is
Kevin
an alien.
Spacey's the alien.
Yeah,
What's
he-
the John Travolta one?
He's not an alien. You're thinking maybe Phenomenon, where
Yeah,
he gets really
he's not
smart,
an
or
alien.
Michael, where he's an angel. There was a lot going on in the late 90s, early
John
2000s.
Travolta
You're
really
thinking
was.
of the movie Phenomenon, which was on TNT a lot.
Yeah, I think I'm
That's
thinking
the
of Phenomenon.
that's the Eric Clapton and Babyface Changed the World was the
Yeah.
record of the year, I think, that was in that.
Wow. Two pieces of culture that are just fucking
Yeah.
gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah, K-Pax is where Kevin Spacey's an alien. He eats a banana.
Eats a
without
banana
peeling
a
it.
weird way.
Like sideways?
You know, just
he
eats
does
a
it
banana
without
and
peeling
wears
it.
sunglasses.
All right. Well,
What was that, Shelley? Let me
He eats a banana and wears sunglasses.
That's right.
He
Okay,
does
yeah.
wear sunglasses.
And Jeff Daniels is the therapist. Is like, so you're some kind of alien man or whatever, and he's like, I am from K. My planet is
Man.
K-Pax.
Jeff Daniels would be such a fucking annoying therapist.
yeah, you cool, man. Don't worry about
He's
it.
actually
off.
He's actually doing the Frank Underwood. That's when he first debuted the Frank. I'm from K-Pax. Don't I? And he like banged the thing.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you what any part of that movie is about outside of he eats a banana with the skin
Well,
on.
I can tell you because I remember the plot of K-Pax.
well.
This man, or is he, ends up in this it's like a facility. I think Jesse from Breaking Bad is in it as one of the other patients in the facility.
It would be so funny if he did the like, I'm sorry I molested all those people as K-Pax instead of as Underwood.
That would be very good. His name is not K-Pax. His
I'm
name is
going to
Prot.
eat
Prote?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if he did
K-Pax
it
is the
as-
planet.
Well, then he does it as Prote, and everyone's like, "Who's Prote?" And he's like, "K-Pax," and everyone's like, "Oh."
It's me, K-Pax.
I'm sorry. Would you like to be called Earth? Disrespectful. Its name is Prote.
It's me, K-Pax. I'm going to eat one banana with the skin on for every person I've wronged as a form of
Let me be
penance.
Prote. Every Christmas. Another weird, ominous video of him, but he's got the sunglasses.
He's got the sunglasses on. He's eating a banana every time.
Yeah, me, I'm that guy. Did you hear about Kevin Spacey? Oh, God. I love K-Pax. not K-Pax.
Big K-Pax head.
Not K-Pax.
No hero is safe.
Yeah.
Even K-Pax is.
So the whole thing with K-Pax is that there's trauma in his background, and it may, but then
Alien
the
trauma?
movie ends on like a little kind of question mark. No, well, there's like is he real? Maybe he really is.
Yeah.
Like
Has he
maybe
recontextualized
something
trauma in his
magic
life
happened.
and made him an alien, or is he
or is
truly
he
Prote?
just straight up Prote?
Did you find the quote?
Yeah. Oh, a while ago.
From K-Pax?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gattaca K-Pax.
Yeah. No, this is a guy. It says, however, other researchers are unconvinced that a future civilization could revive humanity from this crystal.
Why would they want to? Leave us alone.
I mean, I'd be curious. What if we found one? You want to make it?
This is like every
In like a
alien
box.
movie at this point.
Yeah.
But you do it in a box and you don't make it with stupid glass.
You simply put them in a box.
I need to know more about this civilization that abandoned us, or what,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. And you don't let them walk around, for sure. You know, you never loosen the restraints on the alien you make. Anyways.
It would be funny if like they reconstituted us and then we just immediately did global warming again. It's just like the human tendency
reconstituted
is
us.
to expel CO2 at alarming rates.
Reconstituted us on a motorcycle revving it. Yeah.
reconstitute us.
The
and
box has to have the most powerful AC ever devised.
Yeah.
we're in a desk drawer, and every time they open the drawer, we're like closer to no one being able to survive on the planet
Right.
in the drawer
It's
anymore.
like the human body longs to go on a cruise.
Yeah. I re-achieve consciousness in the future and immediately just rip off like 5 cans of aerosol. Just wow.
They
Yeah,
did
so
the
this
ozone
guy,
layer again. Now they're gonna fix that, and then they're gonna just
They'll find
great.
something else to fuck up.
so maybe this is why this guy's in such a bad news. My God, maybe this is why this guy's in such a bad mood. His name is Thomas Heinous, which is
That sucks.
his last name is a combination of the words anus, hiney, and penis.
That sucks.
He just all downstairs special. My name is Thomas Heinous. Anyways,
Man.
this guy's pissed the fuck off. and
Tiny
he-
underrated.
Tiny, very underrated.
My name is Thomas Hiney Penis.
I'm sure he's like, no, it's what you call a king. It's what you call a king. It's not hiney and penis combined.
Pat is like having trouble breathing. Getting hiney
Imagine you having
penis.
like a job interview or something, and like you get in there and it's like this. How do you not lose it?
Thomas Hiney Penis. So we saw your resume. We kind of assumed there were some typos there. No.
No.
Thomas Hiney Penis.
No,
You
my
worked
parents decided to hyphenate.
Yeah. You worked at the butt factory? Yes. God. So yeah, Thomas Heinous is.
Also, like kind of rhymes, like,
Yeah.
like the name, same structure
that's
of
the
name.
thing. Like it would be just like, oh, your highness or whatever, but the fact that his
Tom Hiney Penis.
the fact that Thomas rhymes with it makes it sound
Musical
undignified.
guest,
Yeah.
Thomas Highness.
It sounds like a guy from like a Mad Max porn parody. Highness Penis.
Scrotus.
Highness Penis. Okay, so this guy says, though, he's a DNA storage expert at Imperial College London. He just says it's unlikely that anyone who found the chip would instinctively know what it was for or be able to read it. Which, like, yeah, but
to
just let them
become
do
a
it.
scientist
Let
to
them
figure
have
that
their
out.
fun.
Yeah, and then he says, I can barely connect my 10-year-old iPod and listen to what I listened to back then, which is a you problem. It's not that hard.
You're a scientist? Fucking
Yeah.
smarten up.
DNA storage. That's a very specialized field
Yeah.
to be able to say, how would I even know what this is?
I don't
It's like,
know.
Also,
all right.
specifically a bad one to be in the field of DNA storage and then talk about a storage item that you're like, I have no idea how to use a hard drive.
What the hell's this shit?
Yeah, smarten up. Change your last name. Highness Penis.
We've done
It's been an hour and a half.
We've done 2 stories. It's been 50 minutes.
Okay.
We're fine. We're fine.
Highness
We're on-
penis.
Number 3.
Your Highness. Number 3 comes to us from Mudang Clan in the Discord. Mm-hmm. Eli, not impressed.
I like Mudeng. I think that they need to control how much Mudeng is coming
The
out.
market saturation is
slow the flow.
Thorough.
False.
Slow the flow.
Keep it coming. Look at that little pig running around.
Just, like goddamn Dan Levy, Mudeng everywhere. Sell me Doritos and shit. Anyways.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
The Dan Levy of hippos.
My God. Leave me alone.
Relax.
That would have been a joke that should have gotten on the monologue. It's like, oh, Dan, it's nice to see you on something that's not a commercial.
Yeah.
His father saying that to his son on national television.
Stop jumping out of a helicopter, yelling at me about homes.com. Leave me alone.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Okay. We have this
3.
in our little list here as something that's more exciting than what this story actually is.
Damn it! I hate when the SEO convinces us.
The story is funny. LAPD raid goes from bad to farce after gun allegedly sucked onto MRI machine. So it's not what you want. MRIs famously, seen in many films, they're big magnets and they will take metal away from you.
Yeah.
And this was not just a pistol. This was a rifle, apparently. It was a pot raid gone bad. Unclear why there's an MRI in the pot area, the pot zone.
The pot zone.
They got to
kind of
scan the pot.
Pot dealer who's an MRI tech. I don't know exactly what.
They gotta make sure there's no metal in that
Oh,
pot.
here's the answer. Because the business was wrongly targeted. They probably went to the wrong address or something.
That sucks. That sucks so much because it's like not only are you wrongly targeted, it's for something that like shouldn't get rated anyway.
Yeah.
It's like
When was this?
And also it's
2023.
like-
Is this not okay? Officers. Okay, this is rated the diagnostic center located in Van Nuys, neighborhood of LA, thinking it was a front for an illegal cannabis cultivation facility, pointing to higher than usual energy use,
Well?
MRI, and the distinct odor of cannabis plants, is what they said. They detained the employee.
they just bought one of those really fancy candles.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when those were like a big thing of like this $80 candle that smells like
The Malin and
cannabis.
Getz.
And it's like you could just smoke weed for cheaper than
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Okay, wow, this is really something. Okay, so yeah, this is all right. So they detained the one employee who was there. They then obviously did their high level peeking around corners and stuff with their guns and stuff, and they did not
Their
find
CQB training.
Did not find a single cannabis plant. And only saw a typical medical facility with rooms used for conducting X-rays, ultrasound, CT scans, and MRIs. Again, higher than usual energy use compared to what exactly?
Yeah.
When it's, well, this probably isn't the facility that says it is because it's using a lot of energy. It's like, well, wouldn't a facility that like compared to a house? Like, what are we talking about here?
Right. I don't think you can just like plug an MRI machine into a normal outlet. I don't
Yeah.
think that's how that works.
So they released
Yeah,
the
you got to
employee.
put in a surge protector in case there's like a
Yeah,
storm.
you got to put it in a surge protector.
They let the
But
employee.
also-
It
go.
is a 3-prong.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
not a 2-prong.
Yeah,
You need
yeah.
a grounded outlet.
Uh-huh.
So they released the I guess they put their guns down or whatever and let the lady call a manager while they just continued to wander around the facility.
Yep.
Looking at their phones and stuff, I assume. An officer walked into an MRI room, passed a sign warning that metal is prohibited inside, with his rifle dangling in his right hand.
Of course.
With an unsecured
Swinging it around his
strap.
finger.
The MRI magnetic force then sucked it across the room, pinning it to the machine. And then he pulled a sealed emergency release button that shut the MRI down, deactivating it and evaporating thousands of liters of helium gas and damaging the machine in the process. He then grabbed his rifle and left the room, leaving behind a magazine filled with bullets on the office floor.
Oh my God.
Why did it have a bunch of helium?
I guess that's part of how it works.
part of it?
I don't know.
So he came out with just like a really high voice.
Yeah,
Probably,
Oh my
probably
God.
some,
there's something wrong with that thing in there.
my God, no, it's fun. Oh,
Do not go in there.
Yeah.
So what we had in our little, so this is pretty funny, except for the people that it happened to. Hopefully they have to pay up. Sorry to the taxpayers of Los Angeles, because you are the ones who are paying for this.
Sorry, you can't
Yeah.
get your MRI today.
oh my God.
It had to do a scan of a cop's gun instead, and now
Dude.
it's broken.
It's just this whole like their whole there were like this middle ground between like tactically trained and just stupid as fuck. Or they're like, yeah, we got to clear the room and then
Secure the area.
and then once the area is secured, then wander around the area. I guess just kind of hang out.
The sign
and-
saying heavy magnets in use is probably to keep me out. It's probably where they have all the pot growing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't suck up all their phones.
Oh yeah.
Scramble those Candy Crush high
I'll have to
scores.
start over
Devastating.
from level 1.
Yeah.
Devastating.
Yeah.
Can't have that. The police did not return requests for comment from the authors of this article, but we had in the description or our little document that we have to set up the articles. We have it's listed as MRI gun, which sounds like something you would get in like a later level, like an FPS. That like is a cool way of killing someone.
Cool way of looking at their brain.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
like, I don't need to kill you. There's a lesion.
You'll be dead in 5 to 10
You're
years.
like, I don't see anything, and the guy's like, "What?" And then
Yeah.
just dies because he doesn't have a brain.
Yeah, or those rich people. I mean, this is what the kind of facility was for. It's like those rich people just get full body MRIs all the time.
Oh, yeah.
that'll totally be fine. That'll be cool. You know, it's like those old people that used to have X-ray machines in their house as a status symbol, and
That was a thing?
yeah.
What?
People used to just get X-rays for like because they were
For
rich.
fun?
Yeah, when they were first invented, and then fell out of favor because we learned about radiation, and people were like, the people who were getting it done were like, I feel sick. My bones feel sick.
I don't.
Having all your teeth fall out is very hip.
Yeah. I don't want, like, I've had to get x-rays before and I don't like it. I don't like knowing what's in there. I don't know. I know what's in there, but I don't want visual confirmation of all the bones.
I like
Yeah,
the
they
lead
would get
vest.
it.
It's nice.
the lead vest is very calming.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like the dentist x-rays.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like
I
a-
feel like a dog in a thunderstorm.
Yeah, it's like a thunder shirt.
Yeah.
It's kind of I like
I'm
it.
like, can
I
you
wouldn't
just
mind
leave
one.
this on me while you drill?
Yeah. Just
No,
Nice.
Go
it's not
out.
allowed. It's too comforting.
Yeah,
We need to make you more uncomfortable.
You have to be
since the
uptight for
dentist-
this.
yeah.
We thrive off your fear. Dentists, they get more accurate.
That's the hygienist.
my
The dentist
God.
is like, yeah, whatever, looks great. To just
No rules with the
Steal a
dentist.
Luke punchline.
I think I told you guys about that dentist appointment when I went to. I would not. And she sprayed water like all over the walls. Like it was like one of the
What
most
happened?
insane. It was just the worst dentist I've ever been to.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, like a fire hose.
Like she had it turned up to max and would just like carom it off my tooth. I'm not kidding, onto the wall. And
Ricocheting from your, yeah.
She also had it.
surely they'll be, sanitizing that. That's definitely,
Yeah, she had a really
Just
thick.
gum water.
Yeah, she had a really thick European, like Eastern European accent, and then she was wearing a mask, obviously, because she's a dentist, and she said
Blasting
something to me,
cigs, she had
and
a
I couldn't
whole-
understand the fucking word she was saying, but to be polite, I was like, "Oh, it's hard to hear you have a mask on," and she just goes, "It's not a mask. No one listens to me."
Aww.
And then I was like,
boy.
and I tried to talk, and then I had my phone out, and I was like doing something, and she's like, "That's why you know hear me. Just everybody on their phone now." And then she
You have sharp stuff in my mouth.
Yeah.
No, she didn't, because that was the other thing. She just kind of rubbed stuff on my teeth, and then she sprayed water everywhere and was like, "You can go now." And I'm not kidding. I'm like soaking wet. Like,
You're just on Splash Mountain.
yeah. And then my health insurance emailed me like a week later. They're like, "We wanted to talk to you about your experience at the dentist." I was like, "I bet you do," because I bet everyone who's been to her is like, "This is
What the
crazy."
fuck is
Yeah.
this?
Was she the dentist, or was this like, because like
Dude, I
usually
don't know.
that work is the hygienist.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I don't know what the hell she was, but she was not
No
good
defined
at her
role.
job. Yeah.
Yeah.
She also took x-rays, and then afterwards didn't show them to me. I was like, "Do you want me to look at the x-rays?" And she was like, "I don't."
No, they show them to the dentist.
No, but usually
show 'em to
they
you.
go over them and they say like everything looks good or whatever. And she said, "I saw nothing in there make me want to look at x-ray." And I was like,
You could look at him. We got
You
him.
could take a
took
peek.
them. Yeah, like you made
There's
me
stuff you can
sit.
see.
All
that's
you
like-
need to do is move your eyes
Yeah.
a little bit.
You made me bite the thing, so do
Yeah,
it. Anyways,
She's like, I am Olga.
I am Olga.
That's all you got.
I am Olga
Information-wise.
Highness Anus Penis. Okay.
I told you about my. I went to this. My dentist was like really hot, and so I like wanted to trust him because I'm shallow, and
Big
when
mistake.
someone's
Yeah.
attractive, I'm like, they know
Yeah.
things.
It's just 30 Rock. Real life.
And yeah, he was like a total hunk, and then he did my filling, and then like a week later it fell out, and I was like, I'm not going to a hot dentist anymore.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I'm the opposite of you. I would be like, I don't trust you. No.
I wish I was like that, but I'm just too easily fooled by hot people.
John Hamm, hooks for hands.
It's the John Hamm surgery 30
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
The MRI,
MRI gun.
Yeah. So yeah, that worked out well for everybody involved. It sounds like. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I guess I really don't know what. Like, it smells like pot somewhere or nearby, and they're using a lot of energy.
That's justification to raid any urban area.
Right.
It smells like pot here.
That's what they would like, I'm
Yeah.
sure. So
In
that
Los
works.
Angeles.
Well, that's like
right?
that's the classic thing they used to do to get people's search people's cars.
Right.
And
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, I don't know. I always think of that when I think of MRI. I think of that, there was a place in the East Village, it's just stand-up MRI.
Stand-up MRI.
Yeah.
So they got a mic in there? Or
Yep.
what's the,
You have to do it from the MRI machine. The mic, trying to control the mic is a nightmare because it's trying to get sucked to the side of the MRI
and
machine.
you have to yell because it's very loud because it's just like ping, ping, ping. Yeah.
Those scan things are weird. I feel like celebrities get those like sponsored a lot, and they'll do like an Instagram ad about like I did my full body. It's like, I don't want to know. Most of the time they find stuff that like it's like, well, this is probably nothing, or it could kill you in a week, and then they have to like do more tests, and you're just worried about it.
There's a whole episode of Scrubs about this.
Scrubs knew what was up.
Richard Kind is trying to get a full body MRI.
Of course he
and they
is.
go, you don't want that. Yeah, Richard Kind playing a hypochondriac. Can you
What?
believe it?
Believe it
Oh
or
my
not.
God.
That seems hard to believe.
Yeah. Should we do number two?
Number two.
Number one? Number two.
Number
Oh,
two.
brother.
Number 2.
Doing great.
We're doing really good. This is from Dr. Biologist in the Discord.
Now that's a doctor name.
Yeah.
And I trust him. I'd go to him to get my dentistry done. So this story comes to us from England, from Salisbury, Wiltshire. I feel like those are both like
Those are Discord names, or that's a real place?
it's places. I feel like both of those would come before the name of a food that I don't want to eat. I mean, obviously Salisbury steak, but I feel like Wiltshire, there'd be like, you're a Salisbury steak and you're a Wiltshire cheese.
Yeah,
and I'd be like, no thanks.
Here's your gooseberry fool.
Yeah.
I'm not eating this.
I'm not eating this. What did you call me?
What did you say to me?
My Cullen skink has arrived.
So, this story, this guy, Stuart Moss, who runs a store called Mossy's Shoe Repair, very cute. He gets a call from Lady Chichester, some British ass.
This is Bridgerton.
This is Bridgerton.
What's going on over there?
Basically, like, this rich lady has like a menagerie because it's fucking, that's what you did with money.
Okay.
In England. And she has this camel, this 27-year-old camel, who is having trouble walking because it had a stretched tendon in one of its legs. And she called, or like someone from her office or whatever called the cobbler to see if he could like make some shoes
Camel
for this
shoes.
camel to like help it walk better. And
Or you could be like, maybe your camel's having issues walking because it's being held in a
it
menagerie.
lives in England.
And not in its natural habitat.
Maybe it would have a better time walking on
Yeah.
desert sand where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, also Stuart Moss, that is a mouse-ass name.
Stuart Moss the cobbler, that's some busy town shit.
Stuart Moss, dude? Yeah.
And he makes shoes?
Those shoes aren't more than 1 inch big, I guarantee you.
Yeah, no, he makes the shoes. It's like life size for him.
Yeah.
It's like he works on it as like a
his
sculpture.
house.
It's
Yeah.
his house.
When he laces up the shoes, he's running through the eyelets.
Oh, he's so cute.
Stuart Moss, baby. Dr. Highness ain't his bean. Sorry.
That'd be really strong to bring those laces if he was that small. He's like a flea or something.
Yeah.
No, he's a mouse. He's like holds it in his mouth. Although, how does he get through the little hole? That's the question.
Yeah.
He dives.
He dives through it.
Crashing up against the rocks of rationality here. We had a bulletproof concept.
Okay, here's another extremely British thing in this story. To make the shoes, Mr. Moss filled up 2 washing up bowls. What are those?
Oh, they're in the loo, of course.
Your washing up bowls. Do you not have sinks?
Yeah, what is it? What?
You do your washing up in them.
Maybe you need to get some damn Cullen sinks. Forget about Cullen skink.
Damn.
So he fills up 2 washing up bowls with kinetic sand, and then he takes imprints of the camel's feet. The camel's name is Timogen, by the way.
Sure.
Oh, Timogen.
Timogen.
If you're infected, you become Timothy. You get the Timogen. Oh, I've been infected by the Timogen.
So then he makes the boots from this imprint out of leather, memory foam, and a rubber sole, and it worked. Timothy was cured. Once I actually put the shoes on him, he started walking, and it was unbelievable. I went to see him a couple of weeks ago to make sure everything was okay. It's brilliant. It's given him a new lease on life.
We gave him his special shoes, and he started walking all the way to the end of his cage.
Yeah. Beautiful.
He loved it.
He couldn't get enough.
Maybe it's all on like a big lawn or something.
I think it's on a big
where they
lawn.
play like croquet and shit. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like The Prisoner.
This is still, it's in
It is like,
India.
well, it's like England, so they
There's
go
like
on hunts
flamingos
for
there
him.
and shit.
Yeah.
It's just like the whole thing is like, I feel like the nice thing is like, okay, give him shoes, then also let him go to the
Right.
desert, you know?
Well, that is like, it is so not explained in here why
Whoa,
Lady
hold up, buddy. Don't
Chichester.
walk that fast. Oh, hang on.
It is completely unexplained why Lady Chichester has camels.
Lady Chichester.
Like,
again.
and who Lady Chichester? Like, nothing.
Chichester cheetah.
We all know. Lady Chichester.
Dangerously
Chichester
cheesy.
cheetah.
Yeah.
That's where she got the money from.
But yeah, it's like a heartwarming story about like a mummy that they showed off at a dinner party. They're like,
Yeah.
it's like one of those things. Like,
We
God.
called the cobbler to get shoes for the mummy we stole from Egypt 100 years ago. We've eaten part of it. Don't
We've
worry
kept
about
it alive.
Well, yeah. The shoes look like shit, by the way.
Well, they're orthotics. They're not supposed to be fashionable.
That's true. That's true. They
Put Brooks Beasts on that camel. Thing doesn't pronate at all anymore, right?
like, I don't know. I don't feel like that looks like the work of a cobbler. Do you?
Well, he's not cobbling,
Let me
really.
see
He's
this.
not.
Oh yeah, that's not.
That's like some masking
Cass-
tape.
Cass
You
about
used
to fire
kinetic
up.
sand to mold that. It was like, buddy, I think you could figure that out without a mold.
Cat's about to fire up the Menagerie Slobs TikTok account. Just walking around
Pathetic.
the menagerie.
Yeah, kind of just looks like rubber band, kind of ballet flat situation.
Yeah, they do look like ballet flats. I bet they fucking stink like ballet flats.
Oh yeah,
Those can't come back. They're coming back, and I'm like very upset
Ballet
about
flats?
it. Ballet flats.
they smell bad.
They stink.
People just don't want to be comfortable. They don't want their feet to hurt all the time.
I guess so.
Well, they're
Although,
not,
like
they're
the
not
one
on
thing,
point.
yeah,
No, but like there's no support. You might as well be
Oh, yeah.
barefoot, right?
yeah,
but that's chucks
good
and
for you,
whatever.
right? Barefoot, good for you. That's what they say.
That's why I have my 5-finger shoes. You know,
I mean,
on
a
all the
lot of
time.
things are good for you.
Yeah,
and they
we
feel
have to
good.
blur Eli's feet out on this video feed of this.
That would be crazy if somebody was listening to this podcast this long, and then just now I like put my foot up, and it turns out I'm a 5-finger shoe.
It would
guy.
change everything. It would change everything.
Yeah, they just add so much comfort to my day. You know, my balance.
You're just like,
stuff
he's just
in
like
between my
wiggling his toes while he's talking.
The entire time, wiggling, and because he wears the 5 fingers, every toe joint
You
is
see
like
them.
operating independently.
Right.
Extreme toe
Yeah, I
dexterity.
mean, I'm wiggling mine right now, but
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to tell.
I'm tying a cherry stem into a knot with my 5-finger shoes right now.
Oh my god. Have you seen the ads on like? I don't
Telling
know-
people about my seed bank.
I don't know where I've seen them. Oh. I'm ready. I'm ready for the apocalypse.
Take me now.
Yeah. You ever seen those socks that have like the little pads in between each of the toes? They're for like keeping
Awful.
like flattening your
Yeah.
feet to like, because like that's like the other thing about like
Yeah,
to, like,
it
make you
maximizes your toe grip.
healthier or whatever. But
so
I
gross.
feel like those would be pretty comfortable.
I feel like all of
Stretching
it,
that
like
distance is in between. That's not the 5-finger shoes. That's for in the privacy of your own home. You're not
right.
walking around. With
No,
that
and
shit.
like you can't
That's
argue
just for
that
you,
is
though.
like good
Yeah.
for you to like have your.
I wish I had them on right now.
That would be
I
even
wish everyone had to look
freakier.
at them.
That would be even freakier if somebody's wearing regular shoes and then they came into like your apartment,
little
took their shoes
spacers.
off, and they had the 5-finger socks. You're like, what is going on?
Oh, not even the like therapeutic
Wrigglers.
ones, just full on toe
Just
socks.
sitting down on the
Yeah.
couch and just like opening up a beer with your feet. Hang on. Thanks, bro. And just kind of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's totally unnecessary. Full use of your arms and hands.
Yeah, it's like I've changed the game, man. I'm so much more efficient now.
I can open.
I can get twice as
4
much done.
cans of beers at once.
Yeah.
You're just the snap guy.
Chatting
3 days in one day.
Chatting to my friend while my feet independently roll and light a cigarette.
What I've done is manipulated my limbs.
Yeah.
Stack it up over 3 months. I'm gonna kick your butt. I'm stacking it up. People are laughing at me. I'm over here stacking it up.
Stacking it up.
I'm 104,000 years old. I'm Methuselah. Stacking them up, stacking those
Like
days.
living in caves 300 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
How does that other guy keep a straight face?
I think he's as dumb.
Is it? I couldn't tell. I can never tell with that clip. I mean, I'm never gonna look into it more if it's
Yeah.
like a serious guy or
It's
like
a
a guy
beautiful
who's like having
mystery.
him on a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, what would you Google to find that clip?
You don't know what we're
3
talking
days
about.
in one day.
What podcast have you been listening
That's
to?
true.
Yeah, multiple days in one day.
Multiple
The
days
This
in
guy
one
who
day.
like he divided his days up and he claims
He's like,
they're
I'm time
each
traveling.
multiple days, and somehow that's like he gets more days, even though it's the
Yeah.
same. It's very strange.
It's very
But he does like
bodybuilding.com
he has
forums.
like the crispest finger snaps of all time, and he's explaining that's day one, and he's like then from 12 to 6, that's day 2.
One of his days he spent learning how to snap crispy.
I mean, hey, that
He
you
has the
can't
time.
you can't argue with that.
Yeah,
has the time.
he's basically gotten to a point where he believes that when his eyes are closed, it's night. Like
Yes.
that's sort of.
He's
the
like a
vibe.
bird in a cage.
He puts the little
He puts the-
falconry goggle
He
on.
puts the cover over his.
I put the hood on. It's night. That's a day. I'm stacking them up.
Yeah.
Taking my hood on
Every
and
6
off.
hours, I get in my cage and I have my
Put the hood on.
assistant put the blanket over it,
Yep.
and it's
And
nighttime.
then when it's daytime, I crawl on top of that leather glove and he removes me. And it's time to go. It's go time, baby.
I got holes poked in my cage. It looks like has stars. I think it's night. Okay, I'm stacking up the days. I'm flying. I'm fetching. I'm returning. Okay.
We're stacking them up.
Stacking 'em up.
Okay, speaking of stacking, let's stack up number 1. That's not even good. I'm resigning from the show.
Falcon maxing.
And this week's number 1 reason to say what a time to be alive.
It's Falcon Fall.
It's Falcon Fall,
Falcon
baby.
maxing fall.
Everyone's wearing those hoods.
Everyone's wearing hoods and thinking it's night.
Everyone's into falconry. Hell, the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes has a falconry element to it.
Everyone's doing a lap and returning to the arm of their handler.
You gotta get yourself a handler.
Yeah.
Gotta.
Must return to the arm of the handler.
All right, so number 1
My greatest wish.
comes to us from Driving Test Phil for Rudeness, which is again delightful. So this is I guess a sad story, a story I can identify with as someone who has allergies as well. Apparently, according to a researcher's study, pollen allergies drove woolly mammoths to
I feel like a
extinction.
researcher's study is very poisoner's enemy.
I don't
It's
have
just
a lot of details.
Well,
They
that
did a
is
study.
who would do a study.
The
I guess.
researcher's conclusion.
The journal Earth History and Biodiversity. It was Thomas Haynes or whatever his name was. Highness.
Highness.
Dr. Highness Penis Anus. Yeah.
They cut all the kids at the
name is Penis.
he
Penis
teaches at
Highness
the grad
Anus.
school, and all the students that get him call him Highness.
Yep.
That's how they make fun of him. He's heinous. Like you can't say anything else from that name to make fun of.
Nope.
Yeah, his last name is Dr. Penis Anus, and they could be like, Dr. Heine, and he's like, no.
My one weakness.
Yeah.
Throws
I
his
will-
papers up in the air.
I'll say this and commit to this now. I will read The Poisoner's Enemy and post a review of it on our Patreon.
Yes, please.
We need to know.
Book Club, Poisoner's Enemy.
Speaking of the Patreon, we already probably have an ad for this, but today because we're in person. We're going to be doing a live commentary on the Ellen stand-up special.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
which
excited.
will speak only during the applause breaks, which we were told are
Most of it.
a lot of it.
Yeah.
So we'll have plenty of time to chat. So
Ellen DeGeneres, more like Ellen DeSelfish, from what I've heard.
not
Continue.
Ellen did not so generous. Ellen could be more generous.
Yeah.
With her kindness.
Yeah.
So number 1, so woolly mammoths, according to the study in Earth History and Biodiversity, because there was a boom in vegetation. I mean, they just got the end of the ice age was over for them. It was Strega Nona. They weren't like built to deal with allergies, and I guess they probably were all just like so. I mean,
They
having
turned into
allergies sucks,
snuffleupaguses.
right?
Yeah.
And then they just, I guess they just
They're all nose. Allergies destroy
All
them.
nose.
they got a lot of nose
Sucking up a lot of pollen
surface
with that
area.
honker.
Yeah. To oh yeah, they couldn't smell, and then they couldn't. This is actually sad. They couldn't communicate with each other. They couldn't sniff each other out during breeding season, so they couldn't like find each
Oh,
other.
because their nose was too full of pollen.
And then
So
eventually they
stuffed
just
up.
stopped. This is what's happening to society now, according to Elon Musk and various. other
Right. This is why the
luminaries.
birth rate is declining because
Yeah,
we
'cause
can't
you
smell each other.
So you got to stink it up, everybody.
Man, that must feel incredible.
Subway slobs providing a service.
Stink it up.
Stink
out
it
there.
up.
Yeah.
Imagine you're a woolly mammoth and you know when you like blow and your nose is really full. Imagine that, but it's like 8 feet of
Oh,
snot.
it'd be
just
so satisfying.
Yeah, dude.
Or just one like spear.
You like cock it first.
Yeah,
It's like a hard, like a hard bug, but it's like a 2x4.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get that shit on YouTube. Get some doctor reacting to it. I'd watch that every time. Easy.
Pimple popper, but for
Pimple popper's so gross.
That
It's
you're
so
like
fucked up.
you're like woolly mammoth booger, yes. Pimple popper, no.
It was so cool
Pimple popper
when
is
that was suddenly
pretty
like
bad.
all over what used to be HBO. Remember when HBO like became like
Oh, and it was like Dr. Pimple
it's
popper.
like here's a bunch of this
Central.
slop, you pigs, because we merged these things and all content is the same.
I admit I do find the blackhead one sometimes kind of satisfying, but if you're watching that as a television show, you're sick.
But it's not like that.
You have a
Sopranos,
sickness.
like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like they're not the same.
I'm alternating between
It's so
them.
offensive.
But I watched like it popped up on YouTube, and I ended up watching part of when they turned it into a TV show because they also the TV show like we got to take this to the nth level, and it's
right.
like
And there's like a plot about
It's
someone's
a-
blackheads.
it's not blackheads because when they get to TV, they're like we need bigger things, so it's like.
Cysts and shit.
Dude, yeah, it's just like abscesses and stuff. And
Yeah,
it's
I don't like that.
It's I think one of the grossest top 3 grossest.
They have
things
like
I've ever
are the
seen.
people in the Office characters like in Vanderpump Pump Rules or something where they're like having affairs and stuff.
No,
That's where they should go with
They
it.
are like talking heads
Yeah.
from what I've seen, but it's not like about the office.
I feel like he doesn't have
definitely
my back. You know, it's like real idiot. You know, it's like that's what the only currency in reality television is whether somebody has your back or not. Because it's exactly like being in a like lethal zone.
Yeah, like in the trenches.
It's like being
it's like
at
in a
war.
foxhole. Yeah.
They definitely have like Dr. Pimple Popper herself. They were like, yeah, make some jokes while you're draining those, and it's like it doesn't come off great. Yeah,
Good stuff.
yeah. Trust me.
I'm definitely my stomach is feeling really good talking about
Oh,
it.
I remember watching it, so my
I
stomach
just got
is
hungry
upset.
all over again.
Yeah.
I'm ready to eat some more. It was
Yeah.
delicious.
Get rid of it instead. Yeah, but these poor allergy woolly mammoths.
Well, yeah, that's a sad way for that. It's not just like
They were allergic to
they
ice.
didn't have any Kleenex, so
Yeah.
they could. But it's like they like couldn't mate because they couldn't find.
Because
potential
when it
mates.
was just ice, no plant pollen to get in the way.
A little on them. I mean, look around. You know, you can't smell mates. Just take a look.
Just take. They're pretty big.
Yeah, you
How are
guys
you
are
not going to
huge.
find them?
although
You guys are huge. Most shit is white because it's ice age. Just take a look
somebody
around.
does say an evolutionary biologist does say. Vincent Lynch says this idea seems pretty far out there, and I'm not sure how you would ever prove it.
I love how they just have a quote from
Damn.
a scientist in
Bomb
each of these
thrower.
articles, just being like, "I think this is probably bullshit."
I mean, saying I'm not sure how you'd ever prove it is like, as a scientist, that's like,
Yeah.
get fucked.
Yeah.
you're just being a dick at that point for sure.
I'm not sure how you can prove this
Arousing
hypothesis.
endorsement from Dr. Vince. What was his name?
Vincent Lynch.
Yeah, Vincent Lynch.
What a dick.
Yeah, no, fuck that. This is bullshit.
What is
Who-
this? What are you saying to me?
Yeah, another researcher said, "Who are you talking to? Who said this?
Who is this? Thomas Heinous?
Who is
Heinous?
this joker?" Yeah.
So let's hope. Well, I don't. It doesn't matter. They're all gone.
They're all
To
gone.
a certain extent, it doesn't matter how. But
Hopefully they didn't die of loneliness.
Yeah.
You know?
That was probably
There was
the
a big
Ice Age,
loneliness
right?
crisis
Meteor.
among
man,
The
that's
mammoths.
something that I every once in a while I recommend you don't do it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Look up the Wikipedia article for Endling, and that is some bleak
Ooh,
stuff.
that is so sad.
It is
Don't do
like-
that.
What's that?
like the last of an animal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The last one.
Well, that'll happen.
Because they have like they have had them in recent, like there are pictures of like the
yeah.
last
They're
one at the
around
zoo.
and they do not look happy.
And it's just like, but it's like just staring down the barrel of that, even conceptually, is just completely crazy. It's like
Yeah.
there will be no more of me. Like that is anyway.
Thankfully, they're just vibing.
Yeah.
Animals don't
They don't
fucking
know.
give a shit. But
Yeah.
for me, very sad.
Man,
Yeah, they're just like, man, I haven't seen one of me in a while.
Yeah.
we had a little incident, not an incident, but we had a little with Liza
were-
last night. Just to talk
incident.
about
She
how
ate
like
an endling.
the way that everything's fine. But she was like stressed out by. I thought she was having like a little something going on physically, but she was just like she hates it when there's like smoke and when he's cooking, like when there's like any kind of like like cooking meat or something and there's stuff in it, which is like she was making meatballs. Like this is a dog who is running away from basically the smell of like hamburgers being made. Which
Yeah,
is
that's weird.
insane. Like what cartoons were lying.
What
to
kind
me.
of evolution have
It's like,
you
what
produced?
are you cooking that? Disgusting. But she
No red meat.
But she whatever. She like wasn't eating, and was like, I guess she doesn't like the smell because she has a very good sense of smell. And then when you took her down to go to the bathroom. Went down a flight of stairs and then got around the corner, got on the second flight, and the tail went from down to straight up. Like, all right, everything is great. Like I'm out of the fog, and then like immediately ate some out of her hand and stuff. And it's like, yeah, and that's it. And it was no problem. So it's like you think you're watching something that's very like dark and scary, and she's like glued to me trying to hide from the smell, and then she's like, yeah, we're good, it's fine, and then she's back.
Just a stinky smell.
Animals, they got to figure it out. Be more like an animal.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cass.
Is that your? Oh, okay. I thought Shelby was cutting in some calming music to play us off. Nice.
Doing the Friday Night Lights theme or something going there.
Man, look at how many horns that guy's playing.
That doesn't seem like.
We have to end
How
this
many hands
episode.
is
That was
guy
my
has?
way of ending the episode. I was going, yeah, I got a picture of a guy.
This guy's got a lot of
horns.
horns. That's the end of the episode.
Become a subscriber at patreon.com/whatatimepod for weekly bonus episodes and much more. And head to whatatimepod.com/links for our merch store, Discord, and more. Follow Patty, Kath, and Eli on Twitter and Instagram at PattyMo, at Kath Barbadoro, and at Eli Uden. And check out Kath's other podcasts, Lie, Cheat, and Steal, about liars, frauds, thieves, and bullshitters, wherever you get your podcasts. Here's where you can see us doing stand-up this week.
No stand-up for me this week.
Sick Ass Panther this Saturday
Hell yeah.
at 7:30 doors, 8 p.m. Red Baron Inc. in Manhattan. We sold some tickets, but we got some left. Please come buy them. Come see. It's a good lineup. We got Denise Taylor, Sam Evans, a long set from Alex English from Saturday Night Live, and then, God, I'm going to feel bad, Allie O'Neill and
Bobby Condon.
Bobby Condon.
Great lineup. Go see that.
I might be at that, but otherwise you will not see me.
Bye-bye.
Do not approach me. Goodbye.
Goodbye.